everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Angel Azzarra, and I'm a professional opera singer and voice teacher, and today I'm going to be reacting to and analyzing Tones and I's recent performance of Dance Monkey live on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show. So I actually don't know anything about Tones and I except that she's Australian, and that's all I got. And a lot of people think that her voice sounds like it naturally sounds like it's auto-tuned or that it's been like computerized in some way. So I'm interested to see what she sounds like.
Making her U.S. TV debut, performing her global hit Dance Monkey from her EP, The Kids Are Coming. Please welcome Tones and I.
Okay. So it sounds to me like she has a lot of space, a lot of resonance here. Let's keep going. I mean, obviously I need to listen to a little more. Yeah, so she is keeping it all really, really narrow, and it sounds to me like she's keeping her soft palate quite low so she can achieve that kind of overly nasal sound that she's producing. Oh, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. Wow, it's really weird singing with headphones in. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lot less space than I prefer to sing with and then most singers prefer to sing with, but it's helpful because it's giving her a really specific placement, and I think that's what's helping her maintain a really, really steady color pattern. Maybe that's why people think that her voice sounds somehow computer generated, because she's not using a ton of space, which means she's not producing a ton of different colors, so it sounds very, very even, very, very one color, just like the sound you get when a voice is being generated by a computer or edited by a computer.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hands, my dear, and place them both in mine.
Okay, so now that she's up and standing, it does sound a little bit more like a natural voice. It's really difficult when you're up and moving around and breathing while you walk. Not that she's walked more than like 8 steps, but it's still enough to dislodge placement when you are singing in such a tiny space in your head. It's really, really difficult to achieve that. For reference, go back and watch the J-Lo Shakira performance in the Super Bowl. There's one moment where J-Lo really clamps down on her resonating space and she's completely still. It's really the only way that she's able to achieve that is that she's not moving her body in that moment. But now it sounds like a more natural voice. I'll be totally honest, like her voice and style isn't my favorite. It isn't. I don't think that that's at all an important opinion. It's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that I am right or wrong. It's just the super overly modified vowel sounds and the really, really small vocal space But she's doing it really well, and she's keeping it really consistent, which is hard to do when you are, now she's up and moving around. She's still able to maintain that really small space that's also quite high for the register she's singing in. That's a pretty tricky technique to achieve, and she's doing it very well. The modified vowels, I think she's just doing it. It's just stylistic. She clearly doesn't need to modify in the register that she's singing in right now. So I don't think that her modifications have anything to do with that. It sounds very slurred. It sounds very much like she's maybe emulating somebody who's drunk or somebody who's high. But yeah, like I said, the modifications are not, in my opinion, are not happening because she needs to modify because of the pitch that she's singing on. Not at all. Okay, I had to pause it somewhere. I'm also hearing those one more time. She's doing these little laryngeal breaks that I think are happening. I can't really see her face very well, but typically when you see somebody, say, like, watch a Bavarian yodeler, and when you see them breaking their larynx, adjusting very quickly, and you hear that yodel break and the same break that she's doing there with the laryngeal shift, I think it's happening for her. I can't see, but typically it happens because, I feel like I'm rambling, but typically it happens because you lock your mouth in one aperture and then jump from register to register. It sounds so hideous. Oh my God. But that's what's happening. I'm keeping my mouth locked and I'm doing a big shift into a new position. Now, she's able to do this, I assume, because she's using much less space than she could be using, and she's maintaining the exact same aperture as she shifts, even though the shift isn't as big intervallically as the shift that I just did, because I'm using more space and my mouth is open wider. She has a smaller space in her head and a smaller space at her mouth, at her buccal opening.
I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. So they say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those reports on my. Oh, hey, this is my sound! What you looking at? Get me.
I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move.
Okay, I think I lied about not liking it because I'm really not paying attention to how long I'm letting it play. I'm like getting really into the song. So maybe I take back my very hasty opinion of this music. I will say generally this genre is not what I listen to for fun, but she is really remarkable keeping it so locked up in this position. It's not the hardest technique in the world. It isn't. But that doesn't mean it's not difficult to achieve. I'm interested to see if she sings like this all the time or if it's just specific for this song. I assume that the extreme modifications she's doing to her vowels and the way she's slurring her words is standard. Because I just can't imagine an artist having that extreme of a language like sound and not having it in their other music. But I could imagine her using more colors in her voice and not just sticking to just this one throughout.
For me, move for me, hey. And when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. All again.
I can't really say that she has an interesting voice because I've only heard a really small amount of what I'm sure she can do. I think that she is using her voice in a very interesting way. And she's using it in a way that not a lot of artists do. I mean, I've heard that kind of locked up here sound, with a lot of indie singers, but I can't say that I've heard it mixed in with like EDM beats and synthesizers. And I also haven't heard the yodel mixed in with a growl like she does. So all in all, it sort of puts together a really unique package for a voice. And as much as I said I don't like this genre, she is infectious with her energy, and just the consistency of her sound is so peculiar in a good way that I got pretty into it towards the end. So I think I'm gonna check out more of her music and see what else she can do with her voice, because I know that there are other colors in there than just the few that she used here, and I'm really interested to hear them. So yeah, awesome performance from Tones and I. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. We are almost at 8,000, and we started this channel January 15th, Clau and I. So thank you so much to everybody who has suggested pieces for me to look at and analyze. Thank you for everybody who subscribed. We are really grateful and shocked that we've had so much support from everyone. So thank you. If you found this informational or helpful at all, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.